Could I have a motion, please, to adjourn private session?
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I'd like to call the meeting to order for March 21st, 2016. Adequate notice of this meeting was forwarded to the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon on January 5th, 2016 by posting the notice in the Forked River Post Office and the Lenoka Harbor Post Office, and by filing a copy of the notice with the Lacey Township Clerk as required by the Open Public Meeting Law. Would you please stand and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're going to start board with page 15. Could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the special meeting held on February 1st, 2016?
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Saletti? Yes. Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Abstain.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
This was, I'll abstain.
Motion carries.
Could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the private session held on
Motion.
February?
Move. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti? Yes. Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Abstain.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Abstain. Could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the special meeting held on February 2nd, 2016?
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Saletti? Yes. Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Abstain. And could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the private session held on February 2nd, 2016?
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Saletti? Yes. Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Abstain. Could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the...
Motion.
Thank
Second.
you. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti? Yes. Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Abstain.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes. Could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes and appropriate attachments of the regular meeting?
Motion. Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Saletti? Yes. Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Abstain.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes. Could I have a motion that the board approve the minutes of the private session held on
Move.
February?
Second.
Roll call. Please.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Abstain.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Page 35, could I have a motion to approve payment of bills for March 2016?
Move.
Totaling-
Second.
Motion, please. Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti? Yes. Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes on all bills except item 260527 and 953013.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Could I have a motion to approve the report of the board secretary and the treasurer's report for January 2016?
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Saletti? Yes. Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Mr. Stein, do you have anything?
I will have a resolution to read to the board at the appropriate time, and it is anticipated there will be some add-on motions.
Thank you. Our student representatives, Carly, Lindsay, who's going first tonight? Okay, thank you.
The freshman class is selling $10 thermal travel mugs, and you can contact Mrs. Sullivan if you would like to purchase one. They are having an Anthony's Pizza fundraiser on May 23rd and 24th after school, and they are running Rent a Senior, which they share with the sophomore class on April 28th. The sophomores are selling $30 stadium blankets, and please contact Ms. Taskin if you would like to purchase one. And they are running a speedball tournament on May 23rd and 24th. The juniors have Kiss a Senior Goodbye, which would be May 10th through 20th, and please contact Mrs. Lapetta if you would like to purchase a bag. And junior cruise tickets will be $80 and they will go on sale April 12th through the 14th. The seniors are working on prom invitations and future fundraisers. And if you're interested in purchasing a raffle ticket, see Mrs. DePaula or any senior for information. Lacey's Got Talent was on February 25th and was a huge success. Third place was Connor Krusfili and Cody Conroy with a drum duet. Second place was Cassie Fahorovich singing Don't You Remember by Adele. And first place was Kayla Kohout singing Sweetest Devotion by Adele.
The Amazing Race is March 18th to the 24th. Every event is worth various points. T-shirts are for sale for $10. See Miss York if you would like to purchase one. We're accepting food bank donations. And we have best sportsmanship signs around the hallway. Friday was Lacey School Spirit Day. Monday is Flannel Day. Tuesday, Red, White, and Blue Day. Wednesday is Decade Day, and the freshmen are the Roaring 20s. Sophomores are Happy Days of the 50s. Juniors are the Psychedelic 70s. Seniors, Big Hair Don't Care 80s. And Thursday is the Amazing Race t-shirt. Coin Wars is March 18th to the 23rd. The culminating events will be March 24th during the last hour of school. It is a mix of competitions between the grades and a spirit pep rally. The amount of money that each grade wins is determined by the final points accumulated throughout the week. First gets 50%, second is 30%, third 15%, and fourth gets 5% of the money raised. SJA is sponsoring a Moe's School Spirit competition. On Fridays, April 1st to May 27th, students will be encouraged to dress in Lacey gear. The grade with the most school spirit wins $500. The Interact and Environmental Clubs would like to welcome students, parents, staff, and community members to participate May 21st at Veterans Park or donate to their team. The team name is Lions of Love, and it can be found on the Berkeley Lacey Relay for Life website. The teachers at the high school have recently begun a Dress for Success campaign. We are in the process of creating a program where students will take part in dressing professionally along with the staff. As you know, as the temperatures increase, clothing tends to decrease. This will prepare us for the spring season, warmer weather, and future success.
Can I have Rachel Court up here? This month's unsung hero, Rachel Court, has been on honor roll all 4 years and currently has a 3.7 GPA. Currently, Rachel has been an intern for the Multiple Disabled program. She's a 2-year letterman on the volleyball team and a 3-year letterman on the lacrosse team. Due to her impressive skills on the field and court, Rachel has won the Silver Paw Award for Women's Lacrosse and the Team Spirit Award for volleyball. She has been more than just a member of multiple sports teams here at Lacey Township High School. She has been a member of Future Business Leaders of America, Heroes and Cool Kids, Peer Mediation, and Interact Club. As well as her part-time job as a cashier, she found time to coach the Lacey Pride lacrosse players ages 8 through 12. Outside of school, Rachel volunteered her time at the annual Doggy Derby, which promotes animal adoption, and as a coach of disabled athletes in volleyball. At home, Rachel continues to be a positive role model to her younger siblings. Congratulations. And can I just have her family stand up and give them a round of applause?
Thank thank you, Carly and Lindsay. I can't believe you're talking prom and end-of-the-year activities already. It seems like school just started, and here you are planning all those activities. At this time, and thank you for your reports. At this point, Dr. Anthony, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, President Downing. Mr. Hanshu, I understand that you have some students here that you'd like to recognize as well.
Thank you, Dr. Anthony. If you may invite the board to join us so we can see our tape. As the public is aware, every month we get to celebrate our students and seniors of the month. Once again, we have two very fine students coming up today. I do know one is here and one will not be here, which we will celebrate next month, but we'll see the videotape. First, I'd like to introduce to you Kylie Candela. Kylie, come on. Kylie doesn't like people making a lot of fuss over her, but she's truly an amazing young lady. But first, I want to embarrass her family, and her family's here with her. Will you please stand up so we can applaud her? All right, if you could roll the tape, please.
Hello, I'm Mr. Hanshu, and welcome to Senior Spotlight March, where we meet our outstanding seniors of the month. Joining me now is Kylie Candela. Kylie has a GPA of over 4.6. She has also won 2 major academic awards during her high school career. Can you tell us about those awards?
In my freshman year, I won the Voice of Democracy essay contest for writing an essay in my history class. And my junior year, I won the Bosch and Loam Award for all of my achievements in my science classes.
That's amazing. You're doing a lot of stuff outside of school in recognition. That's great. And Lacey Township is proud of you. Can you tell us about your involvement in some of the activities you're with here at the high school?
Currently, I'm the recording secretary of the NHS, where I take the points down.
All right, what do you like to do outside of school?
I have my own horse and I horseback ride.
What's your horse's name?
Mac.
What kind of horse is it?
He's a thoroughbred.
Oh, wow. That's nice. I like horseback riding. Hey, what are your future plans?
Currently, I'm going to Arcadia University, and I'm going to be there for 5 years, mastering in forensic science and getting my bachelor's in either chemistry or biology. And then I plan to go to medical school and become a forensic pathologist.
That's exceptional. Hey, where did you learn about the forensics here in high school?
Yeah, I took the class.
It's a great program Mrs. Penna does. All right, congratulations, Kylie, on your selection as Senior of the Month. We'll be right back with Ian McIntyre.
You're amazing, and on behalf of the entire board, we wish you a lot of luck. And this is a plaque stating that you're Senior of the Month for March 2016. Congratulations and lots of luck.
All right, our next student is Ian McIntyre, and I do believe Ian's not here tonight, correct? Because he told me, gave me forewarning on that. If we could roll Ian's tape, please.
Welcome back to Senior Spotlight March. Now joining us is Senior of the Month, Ian McIntyre. Ian is ranked in the top 10% of his class with a GPA of over 4.2. 4.2, that's excellent. He's involved with a number of extracurricular activities here at the high school. Can you tell us about some of the things that you do within these organizations?
Well, when I'm part of like Red Cross or something like that, I'm very happy like donating blood and basically like taking care of all the people as they're just wanting to be taken care of. Walking for Autism, I'm doing since I was young, and I've always been proud just to be like a team leader and to just organize anything like the activities. Being part of NHS, I've volunteered for so many other things, and there's just so many other clubs I can't really name them right now. It's just, I'm very happy and proud just to be part of them.
That's great. How do you manage to stay involved in so many things and stay involved with your schoolwork here also?
Well, it's not easy. I mean, I'm just trying to do the most I can out of the time that I have. Sometimes it's been clashing with me trying to find a job recently, but at the same time, I'm very happy that I've been able to keep up my grades because it feels like it'll get me into a nice college, and like I always feel like in my downtime, which I find that I have a lot of, the best way that you can use it is to use it to help other people. So I felt like doing some time for these organizations would be the best way for me to handle that.
That's excellent. What do you like to do outside of school?
Well, there's a number of things I like to do. I mean, I usually try to run most of the time. It's a big thing of my life. It's a very good technique for me to relax and work out the stresses that I get each and every day. I also say that I'm a big fan of like reading, like going to the movies, just relaxing, hanging out with friends. I'm a very normal teenager, but I feel like I'm just like in that right place where I feel like I'm very satisfied with my life, and just having all those different hobbies really makes me a better person.
Yes, running is a good therapeutic means of just relaxing. I used to do it myself. Now I'm into walking.
I always thought maybe being a biomedical engineer, just basically going out there and making like learning how to make new prosthetics or developing new ways of helping people walk again, or like being able to use their bodies to their fullest potential, treat new diseases, that sort of thing. Maybe even cure cancer. I've always wanted to see if I can help out in that sort of field. But, you know, if you're the guy who cures cancer, it looks pretty good on the resume.
Congratulations again on your selection of Senior of the Month. That's going to wrap up the Senior Spotlight for March. We'll see you next month.
Thank you, Dr. Anthony, for allowing us to share that. Board of Education and staff, faculty, and of course our audience. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next month in April with our Senior Spotlight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hanshu, and congratulations, students. Thank you for giving us a little glimpse into your life here at the high school. You are having a lot of fun and enjoying your time with your students, and thank you for sharing them with us. So I have a lot to share with you tonight, and I hope that you've had an opportunity to pick up the superintendent's report. Can you hear me in the back? No. All right. I want to share with you that we have so many wonderful things happening at in all of our schools. And thanks, Mr. Lytle. And tonight, highlighted in our report, is that a little better? Highlighted in our report, for some of you, is that this month we named our Teachers of the Year. And so I don't know if any of our Teachers of the Year are here tonight, but we recognize them in an upcoming meeting. But I want to congratulate, on behalf of the entire Board of Education and the administration and your colleagues and our families, Melissa Bullock from the high school. Congratulations. Susan Schreier at the middle school. Lynn Zinzer, Mill Pond. Kathleen Cook at Lenoka Harbor. And Sharon McAndrew over at Forked River. And Dawn Watson at Cedar Creek. Congratulations. This is an extensive process. People are nominated, our teachers and our staff are nominated, and there's a rigorous process for us to really identify teachers who exemplify the best of the best in the classroom. And we know that there are so many of you out there, and so thank you for celebrating that with me. I also want to recognize some of our students who continue to just make us so proud as they adorn the cover of the Superintendent's Report and the Board Report. And this month, Sophia Del Santro, a fourth grader at Cedar Creek, and Gracie Clark, a fourth grader at Cedar Creek, gave us their beautiful artwork on reflections and spring. Really, really incredible. So thank you for that as well. The board will be accepting donations tonight, as they do every month. But tonight we have a special donor, and I'm not sure if you're joining us tonight. Is Sienna here? Sienna Camperio? Here she is. Come on up, Sienna. Sienna, we are so happy that you're here, and Mrs. Downing has a certificate for you, and I want to share with you about Sienna. Sienna took it upon herself to fundraise and get a donation because she felt such a connection to Project Graduation, which is, as you know, an annual event for our high school students. And that isn't very typical, Sienna, what kids your age do, where they go out and they fundraise and then they give back to another school community like the high school. And we are just so impressed. You are like a hero to us because you found a worthy cause and you went out and you donated money to Project Graduation. And it is such an incredible cause, and we're just so proud of you. Mrs. Downing, do you want to share?
Yes, and we have a certificate for you, Sienna, for your generous and thoughtful donation to Lacey Township High School 2016 Project Graduation. On behalf of the Board of Education and all of Lacey Township, we'd like to thank you for your donation.
Sienna, you make us so proud, and we want to be like you because you really went above and beyond to step out and make yourself special. Project Graduation is an incredible program where we are instilling good decision-making and celebrating in a very healthy way. But if not for all the parents and community that support Lacey Township High School Project Graduation, we wouldn't have it. So it's an incredible effort. So I also want to recognize tonight the donors who also are giving to that project. Laura Caruccio has given a giant stuffed lion in the amount of $50. Costco, the amount of $25. New Concepts in the amount of $35. Thompson Chiropractic, $250. Sign Up Signs, $100. Lacey Lightning, $100. Retro Fitness, 2-month memberships. And Sienna, $20 Wawa gift card. Ocean County College, a raffle, shirts and cup holders. Asian Nail, a $20 gift card. Day Natal Jeweler, $20. TJ Maxx, $25. Top 10 Nails, $15. Rarotonga, 1 month of tanning. The Chimenti family, $25. Yestercades, 4 all-day passes. Beautiful Bronze Tanning, a $75 value to tanning. Anthony's Pizza, $100. Oyster Creek Generation, $250. Paul Dalton CPA, $50. Lacey PBA, $250. And Dasty Murphy and Duncan, $100. And Rutgers T-shirt worth $20. So I'd like to ask you for a round of applause for all those people. I also want to highlight a few things in the superintendent's report tonight. First of all, to everyone who participated and made our Read Across America Day and Dr. Seuss Day so special, I thank you for that. It's an incredible, incredible event that I know brings out a lot of people. At Forked River, the Literacy Fair was incredible, and we have a lot of donations as well to make that possible. And I should probably share with you that we want to thank Every Blooming Thing florist, $40 donated to Forked River for their literacy fair. 7-Eleven convenience store, $20. Joey Tomatoes, $30. Espo's Pizza, $15. Via Napoli, $15. Lacey Car Wash, $100. Little Italy Pizza, $15. Anthony's Pizza, $25. The Goddard School, $100. And Concadoro, $15. So thank you for your donations to Forked River. Forked River really did have a month of literacy with their Battle of the Books. And of course, every school celebrated Read Across America. I want to also recognize the incredible donations of $8,800 that was raised by the parents at Cedar Creek for the book fair. So thank you for that. Also, Don Bradford, the artist in residence who continues to adopt Cedar Creek students and the artistry there, so thank you. American Legion, we participated this year in the American Legion coloring contest, and I want to recognize Caroline Liebman from Mrs. O'Hearn's 4th grade class for winning first place in the American Legion's coloring contest. So congratulations, and I want to thank Mr. Moss and all of the people and your colleagues that help us support our schools. Tonight, the board will be accepting a $2,000 grant to, I think, all of our schools for the Sustainable Schools program. Lots of teachers were involved in that, and administrators too. I want to thank you for your teams, your green teams, your power teams, for bringing that pride to us. I want to also mention that it was National School Counselors Week this past month, so I want to thank all of our counselors for the hard work that you do. Over at Lenoka Harbor, They had another celebration of sorts, and they had a Super Bowl of reading because they wanted to instill the message that reading is super, so that was really, really incredible. Moving over to Mill Pond, I want to recognize Jersey Mike's for their continued giving of over $3,000 to Mill Pond School. And certainly I want to share with you and highlight the 4 students of the month at the middle school, and they are Kylie Beal, who is a volunteer and recognized for all of the insightful questions that she asks. And we know as educators that some of the most important things that happen in the classroom are the questions that we can get our students to ask. So congratulations, Kaylee. And Noah Hamuda from 7th grade was a lead in Thoroughly Modern Millie. And if you had a chance to see that performance, it was truly incredible. Dr. Clark and I went over to the middle school to watch it, and we were in awe of their talent. So congratulations, Noah and Kaylee, our 7th graders, and then in 8th grade, Juliet Nelson, again recognized for the inquisitive questions that she's asking in the classroom, and then also how she is so helpful to her friends. And Jacob Serrano, an 8th grader, who is described as being very funny and good humored, so we thank you for that. Lacey wrestling team at the middle school took 1st place, and we are so proud of you, and Mrs. May for the polar bear plunge over in Seaside. I also want to share with you that we had an incredible opportunity at the middle school where Leo Ullman came and spoke to our students. He is a survivor of the Holocaust, and it was an incredible opportunity for our middle school students. He wrote a memoir called 796 Days, and I can tell you that it was an incredible experience to be in his presence. I was exceptionally proud to watch and witness our students interact with him as they learned from him about what he experienced and how he chose to come here and live a full life. So I wanted to mention Leo Ullman to you and encourage you to get his book. I want to congratulate Mrs. Schlagenhaft, our science teacher from the middle school, who was nominated and recognized for Jersey's Greatest Teacher. Congratulations. Yeah, very exciting. At the high school, we had an opportunity to celebrate with our athletes. The Winter Sports Awards program is incredible under the direction of Athletic Director Hughes, and I thank her for her leadership in that recognition program. 6 students at the high school were celebrating their artwork, and they have their works being honored to Salute the Arts reception coming up in April, so congratulations to you. I want to thank Mr. Moss one more time because he deserves it, because he took an incredible opportunity to take his 1930s scrapbooks and share them with our dual enrollment class. He also brought them over to my office where we had an opportunity to look at them, and they were incredible historic pieces that they're just once in a lifetime. So Mr. Moss, you really have embraced our school and our students, and I can't thank you enough because you really do add so much. So thank you. And then lastly, I just want to share that Alexia Bove was the 1st place winner under the direction of Mrs. Soto, her teacher, along with Ryan Hanaway, who received honorable mention for their writing. So congratulations to you. Samantha Herbert and Benjamin Werner were recipients from Mrs. Risden's class in the Ocean County Postage Stamp Contest. And I also want to recognize all of the students who participated in this year's high school science program as well. I know I went fast. I had a lot to share with you. I'm so very proud of everything that's happening in our schools. And the one thing that I want to leave you with, and please do, our superintendent's report's online. It's also here. Please know that all of those programs, those accomplishments are above and beyond what's happening in the classroom. And so it's only possible because of our teachers, because of our administrators and our leaders, and they are celebrating and spotlighting our students. So I thank you and I congratulate you. And with that, I think I've covered everything, Mrs. Downing. That concludes my report. Yeah, no, the suspension report is included, and you'll just need to address the donations.
Okay, at this time, we'll open the floor to public comments, but before we do, if any students would like to leave before we start. I know you have homework. I know that you're doing it. Okay, at this time, please state your name and address for the records. Just one more second. All right, thank you, Steve.
Aye.
Bye-bye, thank
you. Good evening, Roger Lang, Sunrise Beach, Capstan Drive. Two items I just wanted to bring to the board's attention. David Healy, who's superintendent for the Toms River school system, looks like he's tapped into about $14.5 million of grant money that Department of Community Affairs has set aside for struggling communities as a result of Superstorm Sandy damage. So I'm just wondering if we have had any participation in this effort.
I'll see Mr. Healy tomorrow. I can ask him, inquire a little bit about how he's able to access that funding.
Great, great. And secondly, and I'll be brief, I'm just wondering, everyone knows the impending closing of the power plant. I'm just trying to, is there any efforts, discussions as to what we're going to do when the power plant closes with the obvious impact to the ratables in the town?
No, but the Finance Committee, we have a meeting set up with the township officials, actually this week.
Thursday.
So I'm sure that'll be one of the things we'll be discussing.
Okay.
Recently.
Yeah, I'll be at the meeting tomorrow night. I'm on the finance part of it. So.
Oh, good.
Okay.
If you have anything to share, let us know.
Good deal. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other comments in the back? Now you wish you sat closer, right?
Take your time.
Rhiannon Mendes, 1771 Woodside Road. March is a very important month for Lacey Township. We learned of our new leadership, and by the end of this meeting, we will know how much our board values the teachers in this community. I'm speaking tonight as a mother of 4 that has the great benefit of having the ears of a teacher. I want to share with you tonight what my teacher ears have heard. I hear so many facets of conversations during the day. Most teacher talk is sharing of ideas, methods, concerns, but lately it's been of struggle. So much struggle that the talk is changing. It's evolving to topics that I've never heard in my 11 years here, and the topic is options. Good, strong teachers are talking about their options outside of teaching, and they're exploring them, and it's the first time in my 11 years in this district that I've heard multiple conversations of this being discussed. And there's options out there for them. Teachers are well-educated, problem-solving multitaskers. As a parent, this scares me. I watched my own son struggle last year in so many aspects, his organization, socially, academically, and it was the guidance and the push of his teachers, Mrs. Zinzer, Mrs. DiMartino, Ms. Guglielcello, Mr. Egbert, alongside of me, that helped him realize the decisions and the changes he had to make to become successful. And now in 7th grade with another wonderful team of teachers, Mrs. Iachetta, Mr. Kramer, Mrs. Morley, Mrs. Kushner, he has a newly found inner competition with himself, and he's excelling. He's got 100 average in some of his classes, and he's making high honor roll. So when I hear the talk of these other options, because the struggle is so real, I fear that as a town we have a lot to lose. Without the teachers that make this district strong, there will be serious trouble. Our town's already facing many issues. We have the power plant changing, closing. We have a new housing complex in the works. Having a strong school system is more important than ever. We need a district that people are going to move to because of the schools. I'm not asking with my teacher voice, but with the voice of a mother, a business owner, and a taxpayer that you vote for this contract. Show the hardworking people in this district that you value and you recognize them. That this is not just a job to be filled by anybody, that they don't need to explore their options because you need them here. Remember that we are the staff that took a pay freeze when facing crisis. We agreed to lower salaries because our benefits were once included. That deal has now changed. Don't support a goal to be the lowest paid district. I asked before and I'm asking again. Please look up from the numbers and get to know the people and their impact on this school district and this community. Don't let us become a stepping stone district where the staff get experience and move on. Keep our foundation strong with the best of the best staying their entire career, because the old saying stands true. It takes a village to raise a child, and our community needs now more than ever to come together for this cause. Please consider how your decisions may impact the future of the staff and our students at these schools. Thank you.
Mr. Ryan?
Mike Ryan, President of the LTA. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board and Lacey community. I stand up here today not as the president, but also as a teacher and colleague to a large amount of people in this audience. Been an educator now for 15 years, 11 of those right here in Lacey Township. I'm what the locals refer to as a stump jumper, meaning I moved to the area. One thing that drove me to this area and kept me here was the sense of community. Even after some personal events in my life may have caused or provide an opportunity to move on from Lacey, I chose to stay here because of the people I worked with, worked for, and the sense of students all provide me with a sense of family. There isn't a day that goes by that when I'm not out on the street and I hear the words, "Mr. Ryan," and I turn around to see the face of a current or past student that doesn't bring a smile to my face. No matter how long or trying my day has been, or even if that student was a hard to handle or patient training student, they still will and always bring a smile to my face. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not unique to this experience. Quite the contrary. This is the feeling that all teachers and support staff in this district experience as well, because they are vested in our children's lives. Not just the year that they have them as a student, or the few years they might be on their bus route, but rather their lifetime. This staff has a lifetime investment in these students. It is evident they're not just involved in their students' education, but sports organizations as local coaches, community organizations such as Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, rec community departments, church groups, church leaders, the list goes on and on. So, Mr. Ryan, what's the point? Well, I'm up here tonight because there are rumored staff cuts contained within a tentative budget being proposed tonight. First and foremost, any staff cuts would be a huge detrimental loss to the services provided for our students in this district. I understand the board's role to balance fiscal spending with student service and education, but what I think some members of the community might not realize or misunderstand is how the staff cut significantly hurt the district in the long run. For every staff member that is cut, that's one more connection a student loses. That's one more service a student loses. That's one less person a student has an opportunity to learn from. Since I'm an educator and a math teacher to boot, please allow me to educate some of our audience and members at home. Now, I know what you're going to say, Mr. Ryan. No one wants anyone to lose their job, but it comes down to our budget. So let's talk budget. Let's talk numbers. Last year, the cutting of the health aid was discussed, and the citizens of this community, as well as the staff, urge you not to take that step. The cost to save those jobs came down to about $12 per household. The cost of a pizza, I believe one citizen said. Based on the 2014 data, don't have the 2015 quite yet, but based on that data, as a year and a half ago, There are about 103 districts in the state of New Jersey comparable to ours in student size and population. The average cost to educate a child in the state of New Jersey in districts similar to ours is about $19,124. Lacey's cost, $17,229. So we're already below the average for the state. Legal fees per child for the state average in a district similar to ours was $39. I heard people complain about legal fees in the past. In Lacey, it's $37 per child. The average administrator salary, I've also heard this discussed, in the state of New Jersey for a district comparable to ours in student size and population, the average cost of an administrator's salary is $1,287 per child. In Lacey, it's $763. By the way, that's the lowest in school districts similar to ours. The average teacher's salary in the state of New Jersey in a district similar to ours is $64,423. The average salary in Lacey, $57,460. Now understand, you might say these numbers are from 2014. They've probably increased, and you know, by right, and God, I hope you're surely right, because I would hope these numbers would increase. But I sincerely doubt it, since our budget 2 years ago came in $750,000 under the allotted cap and $500,000 under the cap. All of this coming in under the cap was a savings to our taxpayers in the town, but unfortunately, hurting the school district as a whole, because whatever money we don't get those years limits the available pot of money for the following year, has a cumulative effect. I do know that the board does have the option to go back and try and recoup some of those funds in what's called the bank cap. But school boards sometimes can be reluctant to do so because they may be disapproval from taxpayers. But what I've seen and what I've heard from a majority of residents in this wonderful town is that when it comes to their children's education, to their neighbors, coaches, community leaders, saving those jobs are worth it. If we're looking to make cuts, there are cuts to be made elsewhere. Based on responses that I've met with administrators throughout the district, there are different things in technology and other places where areas can be cut. I implore you as a board, as citizens, as neighbors, as leaders within our community, to approve a budget moving forward that contains no staff cuts. Now, I have read in the minutes tonight, on page 37, it's up for new business, that resolve. Can you explain what you mean by the terms resolve there, if that motion were to get approved tonight? Because the bottom line in there says, for the purposes of maintaining instructional programs and staff. Can I have a little bit of clarification on that? I know this hasn't been voted on just yet. It's on page 37.
Sure.
Which section?
Under new business, A through M.
Under
It's adjusted bank cap, yeah.
Just the bank cap.
George will try to explain that to you.
Sure. As you referred to before, the board is considering using bank cap and benefit waivers available to it to do its best to maintain programs and staff. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Now, when it says that that's resolved, that means that the board is, if this were to get approved, that you are looking to explore that option?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Seeing none, we'll move on to board comments. We'll start with who's on the end? Ms. Sansa, can we start with you, please?
Yes. Congratulations to Students of the Month, Kylie Candela and Ian McIntyre, and Unsung Hero, Rachel Court. Good job. For the public's knowledge, this month's expense for benefits was $1,131,368.17, and the payroll expense this month was $3,955,422.63. This is on page 33 of the current agenda. On February 17th, I went to the American Cancer Society Relay for Life kickoff at Mill Pond School. And this year, the relay is held at Veterans Park on the weekend of May 21st and 22nd. The public is always welcome to attend. February 18th, the Literacy Fair at the Forked River School was an outstanding night for the students as they show off their writing skills to parents, friends, and grandparents. And I really enjoyed reading the writing on the walls. And after the Literacy Fair, it was the Science Fair at the high school, and several students had outstanding projects on display. February 22nd was a Municipal Alliance meeting. The public is always welcome to attend those meetings. February 23rd, Lacey celebrated the start of our very first strategic plan. Thank you to the community members and staff that are participating. Tomorrow night is our next meeting at 6 p.m. February 24th, there was a book fair and literacy night at Lenoka Harbor School, and it was very well attended. And then the high school had the prom fashion show the same night, and the seniors looked very sharp as they modeled some fabulous evening wear. Thursday night, February 25th, Lacey's Got Talent show at the high school was a lot of fun. Congratulations to the winners and all the participants. February 26th, Thoroughly Modern Millie, the middle school play. Excellent job by all. Very professionally done, and the costumes were very authentic. Congratulations to the Cedar Creek PTA with another very successful Coach Bingo night on Saturday, February 27th. March 1st, there was a park information night for parents. Please consult the district website for information on park testing this spring. Wednesday, March 2nd, was Read Across America Day, and it was a great privilege to be a guest reader at the Cedar Creek School. And I received some lovely handwritten thank you notes and photos from the students, and it was my pleasure to read to the children. And I want to thank Mrs. Renuska for the invitation to help celebrate Read Across America Day and Dr. Seuss's birthday. That evening, Mrs. McAvoy and I attended the Ocean County School Board Association meeting. March 3rd, there was a random middle school drug testing meeting, and we thank all the parents that attended that meeting. Saturday, March 5th, the high school PTSA sponsored a mother-son bingo night. It was very well attended and everyone had a good time. Thank you very much to all who participated and the volunteers that made this night possible for the students. Monday night, March 7th, was a high school PTSA meeting. More people should join us. Please try and come out to the PTSA meetings. They're very important. Congratulations to all the Winter Sports Award winners. Keep up the good work. Ms. Hughes hosted a very nice ceremony on Tuesday night, March 8th. Mr. Hanshu was given an unusual retirement gift. The high school hosted an art show on Friday night, March 11th, and it was like stepping into an art museum. Many talented students proudly displayed their work. Family Math Night at the Forked River School, March 16th. It was very nice also. I had a brief opportunity to see a sample of Envision Math and the Ready Gen reading program. The spring chorus concert at Cedar Creek School was spectacular. Both the musical selections and the instruments used were entertaining. Thank you to Mr. Brennan and the chorus for giving all those in attendance some very memorable moments. My thanks also go out to the staff that participated in the PTA volleyball tournament this past Saturday. The students truly enjoyed this annual special event. And the best news ever, all 6 of our green teams won the $2,000 grants from Sustainable Jersey for Schools. I believe the checks were picked up today by Mr. Zielinski. Great job everyone on the grant writing. Sustainability has now won a total of $14,000 in grant money. We must continue to seek more grant opportunities to help make ends meet. And farewell to Mr. Hanshu. It is with great sadness that we must say goodbye and good luck to Mr. Hanshu as he sails off into the sunset known as retirement. Please come to the April 18th meeting if you'd like to say goodbye in person. And don't miss the upcoming high school spring musical, the weekends of April 15th, 16th, and the 22nd and 23rd. The public is cordially invited to attend as always. Consult the district website and each school calendar for upcoming events. Thank you, Mrs. Downey.
You're welcome. Thank you. Mrs. McAvoy.
Hi. For my board comments, I want to showcase some successes that we've had here in the district. Still in college is Luke Fernandez. He's a junior at Elizabethtown. He recently placed first in wrestling in the regions, and he advanced to the nationals in wrestling. Danny Moore is at Stevens. He was named a Scholar All-American by the National Wrestling Coaches Association. Excuse me. Brian McCarron, who's the son of Teresa McCarron, the secretary here, he's in the Coast Guard, and he's so proud of serving. He came into my classroom today, and he brought a gift to the children. They've been pen pals with him all year, and it was just nice to see Brian giving back to others. Elaine Buzinski-Dasky, she graduated in 2003 from here. She built bridges while she was in high school here in her science classes, and they were in the library here for years. She's presently a managing mechanical engineer. Her sister, Anna Buzinski-Kasper, graduated in 2005. She is a preschool special needs teacher here in our district for close to 10 years, and she works with the autistic population at Mill Pond. Ann is married to Kevin Casper, 2006 graduate in mechanical engineer. Her sister Madeline is a 2007 graduate, a practicing lawyer, and her other sister Victoria Buzinski is a 2010 graduate. She graduated from Westchester in 3 years. And I just want to say that the Buzinski family said they're very proud, and they thank Lacey and the fabulous job for all 4 of their daughters here in Lacey. Our curriculum committee met this month. If you go online, all the minutes are there. We talked about AP courses, the dual enrollment. We talked about ReadyGen, new course proposals here at the high school, out-of-state travel, and the budget. So if you want more information on any curricular policy finance committee minutes, please look at the website. And thank you again for all the LTEA members coming out. Confident that tonight will be a good night, and we hope you still continue to come out, and we thank all of you for everything you do for the children here. Thank you, President Downing.
Mr. Claus? How'd I
Yet
do?
again, I'll be quick. I have some. I honestly just wanted to say congratulations to the teachers that were awarded tonight. We appreciate everything you guys do. It's important that everybody tries to do as well as you guys do to keep the students learning. I just want to congratulate the students as well. It's inspiring to see kids do well. And to kind of echo a little bit over here, I like the crowd that's here. Hopefully after this evening, when everything goes the way it goes, you guys keep coming out. We like to see a little crowd. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Saletti?
All right. First, I'd like to say congratulations to Rachel Cord, our unsung hero, Kylie Candela, and Ian McIntyre, Students of the Month. Congratulations to our Teachers of the Year up there. I believe Mrs. Cook has my daughter in her class. I'd like to thank Sienna and everyone else who donated to Project Graduation and our schools. And I'd like to thank the LTEA for their patience with the contract negotiations. I understand, you know, it can be heart-wrenching at times, and you're sitting here waiting. And with us voting on your contract tonight, I hope that you feel good about the outcome. I'd like to thank Mr. Hanshew for his years of service to Lacey Township. Thank you. And you know, I'm going to cut it off there, and we'll get to other business.
Okay, thank you. Susan?
Thank you, President Downing. I'll try to be quick. Congratulations to Rachel, Kylie, and Ian. You know, you represent Lacey's finest, and it's nice to see students that have a plan. And you know, with wanting to become a forensic pathologist and having that vision all mapped out, I think that's a wonderful thing. And that's got to be attributed to a teacher somewhere along the line. Sienna, being such a young student and have the vision and clarity to donate to something like Project Graduation, I think is just a fantastic accomplishment. And what was so nice to see was the smile on that young girl's face as she was accepting that award tonight. That makes what we do up here priceless. Congratulations to the Teachers of the Year. You know, it was a teacher somewhere along the line in 7th or 8th grade that helped me with algebra after school, that helped me succeed in math when I needed extra help. It was one of you in the audience, well, you're not here now, she's since retired, but it was a teacher that instilled the passion in me to follow a career in IT. So I thank you for the job that you do each and every day. In regards to public comments, Roger, thanks for sharing that information with us this evening. I look forward to what Dr. Brower can uncover in speaking with Mr. Healy tomorrow. That's an interesting amount of money, and it would be great if we could tap into some of those financial resources. The union, the LTEA, it's been a long process. I'll have some more comments in a little bit. Thank you very much for your patience. And with that, I'll conclude my remarks.
Thank you. Mr. Bidwell?
Thank you, President Downing. I really have two topics tonight. One is, as we've all talked about, we're starting to enter budget season, which is probably one of the most difficult parts of being on this board. Unfortunately, or just the way it is we do not have an unlimited amount of money to invest in our district, much as we would love to have that situation. You know, we have to live by a mandated 2% cap. We have certain items inside our budget that are out of our control. You know, the increased cost of health benefits being one of the major ones. And so we're forced to make decisions each and every year that are very, very difficult. And, you know, I just want you to all know that we weigh each and every decision that we make very, very carefully. And it's not a fun process. I'd like to warn you to beware of rumors. I know they've already started. I've seen and heard a couple of them myself. Please be patient with us. We're going to work through the process. We're going to work with our administration. We're going to work with you know, the members of our staff to do the best job we possibly can while staying within the confines of the law. And keep in mind that there are many, many mandates, many governmental mandates that we have no control over. And unfortunately, that's kind of the way the process works. The second thing I want to sort of point out to you, just in case you're not aware of this, the way we work is through committee. And the reason for that is we all have lives and jobs to do in our daily, you know, process. And so we rely upon each other for certain tasks so that we don't all have to get involved in every single project that the board has to undertake. As an example, myself and Ms. McAvoy negotiated the administrator's contract last year. And so we have committees and we rely upon each other to do the best job that they can to bring to fruition projects, such as the LTEA contract, which was negotiated by Sean Giordano and Regina DeSenza. And so I want to make sure it's clear that you understand that the process is one in which that we work through committees and that we rely upon each other to fulfill on those obligations. And with that, I turn it over to you.
Thank you. And before I make my board comment, we apologize. We forgot to acknowledge Lacey Township First Aid. They donated towards project graduation. They donated a Ray Benedetti webcam keyboard combination worth $60. So thank you on behalf of the school board and district. I also would like to congratulate Rachel, Kylie, and Ian on being the unsung hero and students of the month. I don't think we've ever had a forensic pathologist. I watch Bones, and I think she's a pathologist. So it's really exciting to hear that we have someone that's really interested, and thanks to the course that's offered at the high school that really sparked her interest. Sienna, adorable. That smile, you're right, she was a sweetheart, and you know, it's students like that and the guidance of her parents, and I apologize, we didn't recognize her parents up there, but it's students like that you know, just open your heart and just say thank you for living in the community that we live in. Teachers of the Year, we're going to be honoring you in the right way in May, so May, right? May or June, but yeah, we'll be honoring you, and we'll have lots to say about each and every one of you. So congratulations, you well-deserved honor, and looking forward to acknowledging you then. You know, I'm not going to center one activity or two activities. I'm going to say congratulations to all the schools for all the things that you do with the students. A lot of the nighttime things like the fairs and the activities. Congratulations to all of you, because I know it goes, as an educator myself, I know it goes beyond the regular day when you're doing SGOs and plans and you name it, you're doing it. So that goes beyond, above and beyond, and we want to thank you for that because it only benefits the kids, and I know you do everything for the kids. And last but not least, I want to wish everyone a very happy holiday, a nice vacation, rest up, because when you come back, we do park. So. Okay, so let's move on to new business. The first item is the adoption of the tentative budget. Dr. Anthony, do you have anything you want to say before we make a motion on this?
I think a lot has been said. I think that this board and this community knows that these are challenging times. This is a tentative budget. Not an easy one to build, and over these next few weeks we'll continue to refine the budget and make adjustments, and I think I think that's all, and I appreciate the board's support as we move forward to maintain the programs that we have, certainly to improve the programs that we have, and to properly evaluate the ones that we might want to phase out.
And please keep in mind that this adoption tonight of this tentative, keyword tentative budget, this is one of those state requirements where we have to send the budget before we even start cutting, or even working on it as a board and together as committees. So this is a tentative action that an action that we have to take by law. So could I have a motion, please, for item A, move that the board adopt the tentative budget for the 2016-2017 school year?
Second.
Who made the motion?
I think Mr. Saletti.
Mr. Saletti? Mrs. McAvoy?
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mr. Senza?
No.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, item B through M. Yes. Could I have a motion, please, through items B through M?
Move.
Second.
Mr. Giordano and Mr. Saletti?
Yes. Yep.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Senza?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
We have, Mr. Stein?
I have, as the lawyer for the board, previously advised the board that it is authorized to adopt the doctrine of necessity, and it is my recommendation that you do so. As part of that process, this resolution is required to be read at a public meeting and become part of the record of the board. Resolution invoking the doctrine of necessity, ratification of memorandum of agreement, Lacey Township Education Association, July 1, 2015, June 30, 2018. The Lacey Township Board of Education acknowledges the following. 1, a duly appointed negotiating committee of the Lacey Township Board of Education, consisting of present board members Sean Giordano and Regina DeSenza, has previously entered into negotiations with the Lacey Township Education Association, the LTEA, with reference to a collective bargaining agreement, and signed a memorandum of agreement to cover the period of July 1, 2015 through June 30, 2018. 2, the aforementioned memorandum of agreement was signed on December 28, 2015 by 4 members of the LTEA negotiating team and both members of the Board of Education negotiating team. 3, the board has been informed that the tentative memorandum of agreement, along with the salary guides, has been ratified by a majority of the membership of the LTEA. 4, the tentative memorandum of agreement and the salary guides is now to be presented to the Lacey Township Board of Education for action by the Board of Education for purposes of ratification. 5, it is necessary for the Board of Education to invoke the doctrine of necessity in order to have a sufficient quorum to act on ratification and to do all things necessary to ratify the tentative memorandum of agreement, including but not limited to receipt of information, authorization to ask questions and receive answers, and receipt of advice of the board attorney, some of or all of which may occur in private session. 6, the doctrine of necessity is a long-established principle of law which permits government officials, including Board of Education members, to participate and vote on a matter when such officials are otherwise ineligible to vote due to a real or perceived conflict of interest, and in order for the government agency to have a quorum of members to conduct its business relating to the matter and to hold a vote or votes on the matter. 7, the matter involving ratification of the tentative memorandum of agreement involves important public issues which cannot be addressed at a later time, inasmuch as the current composition of the Board of Education is expected to exist at least until the next reorganization meeting of the Board of Education, which is scheduled to be held in January 2017. 8, the Lacey Township Board of Education has determined that it must invoke the doctrine of necessity because of the following. Board Member Downing has in-law family member who is a member of the LTEA who might benefit from the adoption of the contract as an employee of the Board of Education. Board member McAvoy is a member of a NJEA affiliate teachers association in a different district and is a member of the New Jersey Education Association. Board members Claus and Saletti were elected to the Board of Education at the election held in November 2015, and prior to the election received the endorsement of the LTEA and are therefore deemed ineligible to participate in the ratification of this contract during the calendar year 2016. And the New Jersey School Ethics Commission, SEC, has previously issued opinions to the effect that such relationships generally make board members ineligible to participate on matters relating to the ratification of a contract with a teachers association in the home district of the board members, here the Lacey Township School District. And these board members would therefore be otherwise ineligible to participate with reference to the ratification of the tentative memorandum of agreement, including participation at regular meetings of the board, including the regular meeting to be held on March 21, 2016, and any private sessions that may be held with reference to this matter, and any votes that may be taken with reference to the ratification of the tentative memorandum of agreement, unless the doctrine of necessity is invoked, and the doctrine of necessity is needed in order for the Board of Education to properly function, to obtain information concerning the tentative memorandum of agreement, and to hold a vote or votes relating to the ratification of the tentative memorandum of agreement and salary guides. 9, the Lacey Township Board of Education consists of 7 members, which requires 4 members to be present to constitute a quorum of the board. As noted, a quorum of the board is not eligible to attend a portion of the public meeting or participate in a private session at which confidential information, including advice of counsel, may be provided to the board members, and there is deemed a pressing public need for the Board of Education to be in a position to obtain such information and to take action with reference to the tentative memorandum of agreement, and that it is believed there is no apparent alternative form which can grant the relief, and that the Board of Education is unable to act without the above-listed members participating in the matter. 10, the Board of Education does take note that it has received advice from the board attorney, and it is determined that a strict reading of the opinions previously issued by the SEC could be interpreted to prohibit the participation of the above-listed board members without invoking the doctrine of necessity. 11, the board attorney has advised the Board of Education it is legally authorized to invoke the doctrine of necessity under the present circumstances. 12, the Board of Education finds that the matter before it meets the legal standard for invoking the doctrine of necessity. Now therefore be it resolved that the Lacey Township Board of Education, having received advice of the board attorney, does hereby invoke the doctrine of necessity for the reasons here and above set forth, and be it further resolved that any and all members of the Board of Education are authorized to receive any and all information relating to the tentative memorandum of agreement, including but not limited to the advice of counsel, and the Board of Education directs the school district staff to provide such information to the Board of Education members to allow the Board of Education members to vote on the ratification of the tentative memorandum of agreement, and be it further resolved that this resolution shall be read at the regular public meeting of the Board of Education to be held on March 21, 2016, and that the resolution is to be reflected in the minutes of the Board of Education meeting, and that the board secretary is directed to post a copy of this resolution where public notices are normally posted for a period of 30 days, and to provide the School Ethics Commission with a copy of this resolution. The resolution is ready for a board motion and vote.
Move it.
Mr. Giordano, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Saletti.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Sensa?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
I missed part of that. Could you read the whole thing again? No, that's all right. Yes.
There's always one.
Ms. Downing?
Yes.
Well, thank the Lord. Motion carries.
5, what vote? 7-0. Mrs. George?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Motion carried 7-0.
contract has been approved.
That was a doctor, sorry. I'm looking over my shoulder here, sorry.
I request the board adopt a motion. Motion, Ray, adopt the doctrine of necessity, Ray salary guides. Move that the board, having adopted the doctrine of necessity, hereby ratifies the salary guides previously approved by the Lacey Township Education Association for the collective bargaining agreement for the period as of July 1, 2016 through June 30, 2016.
Move.
Second.
Donna, was that you?
Yes, Linda.
So this is as the salary guides.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Mrs. Senza.
No.
Mr. Saletti.
Yes.
Mr. Claus.
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell.
Yes.
Ms. Downing.
Yes.
Motion carries.
I request the board adopt a motion. Motion, Ray, adopt the doctrine of necessity, memorandum of agreement. Move that the board, having adopted the doctrine of necessity and having received the memorandum of agreement dated December 28, 2015, previously negotiated and signed by board members Giordano and DeSenza, and being advised that the LTEA has previously ratified the memorandum of agreement dated December 28, 2015, hereby adopts and ratifies the memorandum of agreement dated December 28, 2015, as the new collective bargaining agreement with the Lacey Township Education Association for the period effective as of July 1, 2015 through June 30, 2018.
Move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Mrs. Senza.
No.
Mr. Saletti.
Yes.
Mr. Claus.
Yes, but I just want to, can I comment too?
Yes.
I just wanted to say that I'm happy to be able to vote on this topic. Originally, I was told that I wasn't going to be able to, but thanks to the doctrine of necessity, I am able to vote on this, and I just want to show the support that I have and everybody else up here, almost, for the teachers that work for us. So we
Mr. Giordano, you want to make a comment? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we
I
went
should've-
we went
Yeah,
we went a little out of order.
Finish the vote first.
You know, as being the chair of the negotiating committee, it was a tremendous amount of time that the team put in from the board as well as the union, and it took over a year. There was a lot of language changes where we had to correct and remedy what I would call antiquated language. We fixed that. I think your ratification vote of a 547 to 23 speaks volumes, so we appreciate that. You know, I believe this contract gives the board some flexibility that we were looking for, and is also a very fair contract for teachers. Most importantly, though, I think this is a good contract for students, and that's why we're all here. Again, I want to thank you for the time and the effort that your negotiating team put in, and I'm very happy to have been part of this process. I'm very, very proud of what we were able to accomplish, so thank you very much for the job that you do every day.
So to pick up where we left off, we're going to just finish the vote on the memorandum of agreement, continue with Ms. McAvoy.
I'm very happy to say yes also. Congratulations, and I'm happy to support all of you.
Mr. Bidwell.
So as you heard me 5 minutes ago tell you that we rely upon each other in times like this, I thank Mr. Giordano. I'm a little bit shooken up right now, to be honest with you, because there's a lot of time and effort that goes into something like this. There's a lot of emotions in this room that get created, and the fact that Ms. DeSenza chose to vote no on this after negotiating the contract and signing the contract, or signing the MOA, is very disturbing to me. I'm obviously going to vote yes. I'm going to vote yes, and good luck and congratulations.
For purposes of the record, that's a yes vote.
Yes.
Thanks.
Correct?
Yes, that's a yes. I did.
We're still voting.
You have one more. Oh, do I have one?
Yes, me.
You? Did I skip you?
Yes, no, I go last.
Ms. Downing?
Prerogative of the chair.
I vote yes also, and as I said before, you go beyond what you are expected to do. You're a wonderful group of people, and I can't believe, I think I've been on the board 24 years, 20 whatever it is. I've never seen a union at Lacey ratify a contract with such a percentage, 96%.
96.
And so my vote is yes, and thank you.
Excuse me, Mrs. Downing.
So the final vote is
6-1.
6-1. Yes, Mrs. DeSenza?
Yes, I would like to offer a comment so that I can explain my position. First, I want to thank Mr. Ryan and Mrs. Mintus for their comments, and everyone knows I appreciate the teachers every single day. It seems my comment on January 19th was premature about working out the LTEA contract. I was wrong when I said everyone would be pleased with the outcome. It's turned out differently for sure. It was my mistake, and I should have waited until all the fine details were ironed out. I didn't want the LTEA to think that we weren't doing anything. Everything was in the works, and it's a time-consuming effort to bring together all the details of a new contract. I did sign that memorandum of agreement on December 28th. We had met during the Christmas break, one last effort before the end of the year. The memorandum of agreement was subject to salary guide approval. The LTEA salary guides, which dictate the raises, have been off kilter for a number of years. I did not receive a final version of the salary guides until February 17th. In my opinion, they did not meet up with the NJEA criteria set forth in the NJEA Collective Bargaining Manual, page 49. An ideal salary guide is one that treats everyone, or certainly a majority of the members, fairly and adequately reflects the important work of the school employees. And that was basically the reason for my vote. Thank you.
Okay, so the vote carried 6-1. Mr. Giordano, do you have anything else to say before we move on?
Yeah, you know, I too am shocked with Regina's decision. There was a lot of time put into this, and there was plenty of time to speak up, to ask questions, to be a collective part of that agreement process. And if you chose to sit back and not do so, that's your fault, no one else's.
I'd like the board to move on to donations. I am going to read item 2. We'd like to board approve and accept the following generous donations for Cedar Creek: Target Corporation, $288. Mary McKelvey for novels for grades 3 and 4 worth $200. Thompson Healthcare and Sports Medicine, $400. Anne Marie Leiter, books and games for an amount of $150. At Fork River School, again, Target, Take Charge of Education, $100. Home Depot of Lacey, $150. Planoka Harbor, Jessica Little, Play Day Place for $200. At Mill Pond, we have Mrs. Faye Rober donating $250. Mrs. Charlotte Miller, board games worth $60. At the high school, we have JLC Residential Construction, LLC, donating $100. Again, Sienna, who was here tonight, donated a Wawa gift card for project graduation worth $20. And Dave Bidwell, a Fender Frontman 25-hour speaker for jazz ensemble worth $100. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, I'd like to thank all our donors for these generous donations. Excuse me. Can I have a motion, please?
Move. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Sensa?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes, and thank you very much.
Ms. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell.
Yes.
Ms. Downing.
Yes. Moving on to item 3, programs and curriculum. Can I have a motion for A?
Motion.
Second.
Who was the motion?
Dave Bidwell.
Thank you.
Sean, second.
Yes, ma'am.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti.
Yes.
Mr. Claus.
Yes.
Mrs. Sensa.
Yes.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell.
Yes.
Ms. Downing.
Yes. Item 4, professional days. Could I have a motion, please?
Move.
Second.
Who did the motion?
I'll give them Mr.
Okay.
Giordano.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti.
Yes.
Mr. Claus.
Yes.
Mrs. Sensa.
Yes.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell.
Yes.
Ms. Downing.
Yes.
Motion carries. Motion carries.
Item 5, A. Could I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Saletti.
Yes.
Mr. Claus.
Yes.
Mrs. Sensa.
Yes.
Mr. Giordano.
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy.
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell.
Yes.
Ms. Downing.
Yes. Item 6, certificated personnel. Could I have a motion, please? Items A through K.
Move.
Second.
Roll call.
Who are you giving the second to? Okay, Mr. Bidwell? Okay. Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Sensa?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And on this list, we have a retirement, Mr. Maneri, who's been in Lacey Schools for a number of years, so congratulations to him. Item 7, support non-certificated staff personnel, items A through I.
Move it.
Second.
Dave Bidwell and
Mr. Giordano?
motion.
Mr. Saletti?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Mrs. Sensa?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Ms. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Bidwell?
Yes.
Ms. Downing?
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Are there any other add-ons? No. No? Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion. Moving.